You have a DJI Neo 2? You think return to home is just another feature? You are wrong! This is RTH on God mode, and I'll show you why! Return to home is something almost every modern DJI drone has. You lose connection, your battery gets low, or you simply press the RTH button and the drone flies back to its home point. But on the DJI Neo 2 there is much more going on in the background. The drone can detect obstacles, calculate a return route, adjust that route while flying, and react to the environment around it. For all of these tests I'm doing right now, I'm flying with the DJI Neo 2 with the DJI RC2 controller and for sure the digital transceiver. And today I want to find out just how far we can push this drone and its return to home system. We will start with 2 normal RTH scenarios, then move on to an advanced test, an expert test, and finally God mode. And with every single test I'm going to make it harder for the DJI Neo 2 to find its way back home. After the test I will show you also what RTH settings I recommend using on your DJI Neo 2. But first of all, let's start with the easy stuff right now. So we are starting with a simple open field, and if you have been flying drones for a while, there will be absolutely nothing new here. But before we push the DJI Neo 2 to its limits, I want to establish a proper baseline. Everybody knows this situation. You are a few hundred meters away, the battery is getting low, or you simply want to bring your drone back home. So you press RTH and the DJI Neo turns around. On the display, we can see the home point and the AR return to home route. And in this case, the route could not be simpler, straight back to the home point. There's really nothing to worry about here. It is basically a straight line and the drone handles it without any problems. Simple but efficient. Now, if we want to make things a little more difficult for DJI Neo 2, we need some obstacles. And this is still a pretty typical everyday situation. Again, we have flown the drone several hundred meters away and now we want to bring it back home. So once again, we push the RTH button. There's just one problem. Between the home point and the DJI Neo 2, there are trees. And this is where you might start getting a little nervous, especially if you do not fully trust the obstacle avoidance system yet. But you can clearly see that the Neo 2 immediately identifies a tree line and builds its return route over and around the obstacles. More trees in the way? No problem. The drone simply flies over them and continues towards the home point. And as soon as there is a clear path home, it is business as usual again. A straight line back. And just like that, the Neo 2 is home. So far, so good. These are situations where I would have absolutely no problem relying on RTH, but what happens when we increase the difficulty? Now, let us make this significantly more difficult. I am deliberately flying the DJI Neo 2 into this extremely narrow path, completely surrounded by bushes and trees. And believe me, even walking or biking through this usually means getting hit by branches and leaves. So this should be a proper challenge for a drone. Let us carefully navigate the Neo 2 deeper into the path, and as you can see, there is almost no way out. The only obvious option is to follow basically the same path we just flew in manually. Escaping to either side is almost impossible because of all the bushes and leaves, and above the drone we have also close canopy. Down here on the left you can see the obstacle radar and everything the sensors are detecting around the DJI Neo 2. So yes, this is definitely a challenging situation for such a small drone. Let us do it! The moment we press RTH, we can see the planned return route, and just as expected, it points in basically the same direction we came from. The Neo 2 has understood that climbing is not an option here. It needs to stay low and find its way through. But now we have branches and twigs reaching directly into its flight path, and immediately the drone reacts. It avoids them and adjusts the return route. For now, it continues pretty much straight ahead, and theoretically the Neo 2 could actually escape to the side right here because there is a gap between the trees, but it does not. Instead, it sticks straight to the path. But now, look at the calculated route. It leads directly into the leaves of this bush. Are the final few meters actually going to cause a problem? Nope. The Neo 2 detects the obstacles, drops underneath the bush and immediately corrects its flight path. That is seriously impressive. Slowly but surely, the DJI Neo 2 works its way out of the vegetation until it finally reaches the open field. And from here, getting back to the home point is easy. Phenomenal. I'm generally impressed by what this little drone just did. But you know what? Let us take this one step further, even though I'm getting a little nervous now. Now we are going for absolute overkill. We are flying the DJI Neo 2 straight into this forest with all its bushes, trees, branches, and basically everything a drone does not want to see. The Neo 2 already proved what it can do in the last test. Surprisingly, it managed to build a route back home without any real problems. But will that still work at this level of complexity? And I want to be completely honest with you. When I flew the DJI Neo 2 into this forest, I was absolutely expecting to use Find My Drone a few minutes later to search for it somewhere between these trees. Just look at the obstacle radar at the bottom left. It is absolutely packed with obstacles. Alrighty, let us push the DJI Neo 2 to its limits. RTH. Unlike in the previous test, the canopy is not directly above the drone, so the Neo 2 actually has some room to climb. But is that really the way out? Look at how close this calculated route takes us past branches and levers. This is making me nervous just watching it. There is space above the drone until we reach the treetop and all those branches. But look at that route. The Neo 2 starts rerouting around the branches while still trying to find a way up and out of the forest. Constant corrections, constant adjustments to the flight path. One direction is blocked, so it tries another, but everywhere it looks there are branches and levers. And still, the drone does not give up. It keeps searching, it keeps adjusting, until finally there is a gap in the canopy. And just like that, the DJI Neo 2 is out. Now it has a clear line towards the home point, and from here, the rest is basically just business as usual. I was seriously sweating during this flight, and I am absolutely blown away by the result. But maybe the DJI Neo 2 just got lucky. Who knows? And there's only one way to find out. We are sending it straight back into the forest. So here we go again, same forest, but this time I'm flying the DJI Neo 2 above a much wider forest path. There's definitely more space here, even though the path is surrounded by tall trees, branches and a pretty dense canopy. Honestly, I thought this one would actually be easier. I was wrong. I triggered return to home, and by this point the battery was already getting pretty low as well, so the DJI Neo 2 really needs to find its way out. And once again, its first solution was to climb, but this time that brought the drone straight into a maze of branches. And when I saw this, I honestly thought there's no way it is getting out of here.
Insane, absolutely insane. That's so crazy.
Branches like these are basically a nightmare for any drone.
Ridiculous.
They are thin, they overlap,
Ridiculous.
they come from every direction, and there is barely any room to navigate between them. But the DJI Neo 2 has another trick up its sleeve. In addition to its vision sensor, it also has forward-facing LiDAR sensor supporting the obstacle avoidance system. And together, these systems keep building a flight path through this mess. The DJI Neo 2 constantly adapts to what is directly in front of it, searching for another way through the branches. Sometimes the clearance is ridiculously small, and every time I think it has finally reached a dead end, it finds another way, until somehow the Neo 2 managed to work its way through the branches, pushes through another gap in the canopy, and gets out of the forest. Again. From there, it has a clear route back to the home point and safely makes its way home. What we just witnessed was an absolutely masterpiece. This is drone technology at its best. After everything I threw at the DJI Neo 2 today, I am more than impressed. This really is return to home on God mode. So after everything we just saw, let me show you the RTH settings I personally use on my DJI Neo 2. To find them, open the menu in the DJI Flyer by tapping the three dots in the upper right corner. Select the safety tab and scroll down a little. And here we find all the important return to home settings. Let us start with Advanced RTH. Basically we can choose between two options. Optimal and preset. With preset, the DJI Neo 2 will climb to the RTH altitude you have set before flying back home. With optimal, the drone automatically determines an appropriated altitude based on the environment as long as the lighting conditions are sufficient. If they are not, it will behave more like preset RTH. So, for example, if there is an obstacle around 30 meters high, the Neo 2 does not necessarily need to climb all the way up to 60 or 100 meters. It can choose an altitude just high enough to safely get past it. And that is exactly why I basically always keep my DJI Neo 2 on optimal. Directly underneath, we have the Auto RTH altitude. This is the altitude the drone will use when a preset RTH altitude is required. Personally, I recommend 60 meters or higher. That should get you above the vast majority of trees in most situations. Next, we have Update Home Point. Tap on it and you will enter a new menu with a map. Basically, there are two ways you can handle your home point. The first is a static home point. This normally stays at the location where you started your flight, and if necessary you can manually move the home point later. The second option is Dynamic Home Point, and this is the one I personally use most of the time. With Dynamic Home Point enabled, the home point is continuously updated based on the position of your remote controller. This is extremely useful when you are moving during the flight, for example when you are hiking, biking or traveling in a car. Instead of the DJI Neo 2 returning to a location you left several minutes ago, the home point moves with you. And finally, we have the augmented reality settings. Tap on them and you'll find three options that, in my opinion, should be enabled. First, the AR home point. This shows the location of your home point directly on the display. Then we have the RTH route. This displays the planned return to home route, which you already saw throughout our tests today. And especially when the DJI Neo 2 starts navigating around obstacles, this is incredibly useful. And finally, Aircraft Shadow. During landing, this gives you a visual indication of where exactly the Neo 2 is going to land. For orientation, these AR features are an absolutely game changer, and I always keep all three of them enabled. So, optimal RTH, dynamic home point whenever it makes sense, and all AR settings enabled. And with that, your DJI Neo 2 is pretty much perfectly set up for return to home. There really is not much more to it.
Alright folks, and that's it for today. I hope this video helped you understand just how powerful return to home on the DJI Neo 2 can actually be. If you enjoyed the video, you know it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and drop me a comment below. I would love to know how much you trust RTH on your drone. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, stop watching drone videos, grab your own drone, go outside and fly, because that is still the best way to spend your time. Have a good day. I'll see you. Bye bye.